Hello everyone, welcome to the history class. In this video, I'll be continuing with the third theme of class 11th history, that is an empire across the three continents. And in this video, I'll be discussing an important topic. It is controlling workers, which is given in the book, in which we'll be discussing slavery in ancient Rome. Slavery was an institution deeply rooted in the ancient world, both in Mediterranean and in the Near East. If the Roman upper classes were often brutal towards their slaves, ordinary people did sometimes show much more compassion. As warfare became less widespread with the establishment of peace in the first century, the supply of slaves tended to decline, and the users of slave labor thus had to turn either to slave breeding or to cheaper substitutes such as wage labor, which was more easily dispensable. Here I have used a term slave breeding. It was the practice of encouraging female slaves and their partners to have more children, who would of course also be slaves. Unlike hired workers, slaves had to be fed and maintained throughout the year, which increased the cost of holding this kind of labor. Mostly the war captives were taken as slaves. Sometimes the entire families, including women and children, were used as slaves. On the other hand, the freedmen, that is, slaves who had been set free by their masters, were extensively used as business managers. Sometimes they were not required in large numbers. Master often gave their slaves or the freedmen capital to run businesses on their behalf, or even businesses of their own. So this was also there in the Roman history, that if someone doesn't require their slaves services anymore, so they used to set them free, and they gave financial help to them so that they can run their own businesses. There was a general presumption among employers that without supervision no work would ever get done. So, supervision was paramount for both free workers and slaves. To make supervision easier, workers were sometimes grouped into gangs or smaller teams. Columella recommended squad of 10. Chaining it was easier to tell who was putting in effort and who was not in work groups of this size. This shows a detailed consideration of management of labor. Pliny the Elder, the author of a very famous natural history, condemned the use of slave gangs as worst method of organizing production, mainly because slaves who worked in gangs were usually chained together. Some industrial establishments in the empire enforced even tighter controls. The elder Pliny described conditions in a factory of Alexandria where he tells us no amount of supervision seemed to suffice. A seal is put upon the worker's apron. They have to wear a mask or a net with a close mesh on their heads, and before they are allowed to leave the premises, they have to take off all their clothes. A law of 398 referred to workers being branded so they could be recognized if and when they run away and try to hide. Many private employers cast their agreements with workers in the form of debt contracts to be able to claim that their employees were in debt to them and thus ensure tighter control over them. A lot of the poorer families went into debt bondage in order to survive. From one of the recently discovered letters of Augustine, we learn that parents sometimes sold their children into servitude for period of 25 years. Rural indebtedness was even more widespread in the Roman Empire.